Okay, so in last week's video, we talked about power supply units, also referred to as PSUs. And in the video, we delved more into the power efficiency ratings of PSUs. So if you haven't watched that video, be sure to go check it out on our TikTok page. Now, in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at calculating your PSU's wattage requirements before you go out there and purchase a power supply for your PC build. And in case you don't know what a power supply is, I did state in the last video that the work of a power supply is to power the components inside your PC. Okay, so typically the first thing you need to do is to always make a list of the PC parts that you will need. This will include things like your CPU, GPU, RAM, storage, cooling, and anything extra like RGB lighting. And by the way, this is why we recommend you check the power needs of each part that you will end up choosing for your build. Okay, so let's do this practically. Assuming you want to assemble a mid-range build with probably an Intel i7-12700 processor paired up with an RTX 4070 NVIDIA GPU, which components will you have to consider? And to make things easier, I will pull up this chart on screen showing you all the parts needed for this build and the wattage requirements for each part. As you can see from the chart, the total power needed for the build is around 500 watts. So to be on the safe side of things, you should probably get a 630 to 650 power supply with an 80+ standard certification. This will at least give you extra room for some minor future upgrades and will ensure that your power supply isn't running at full capacity under heavy workloads. Additionally, the next thing you need to consider is to add a buffer if you're considering any major upgrades and probable overclocking, which by the way we highly discourage, especially if you do not know what you're doing. And even so, if you do know what you're doing, we still wouldn't encourage it. Now, if you're still struggling to understand how to calculate your power supply's wattage requirements, you can choose to use many PSU wattage calculators that are available online that you can find by doing a simple Google search. Personally, I recommend using the Cooler Master's power supply calculator. And as always, if you're interested, or rather if you're looking to buy a PSU or any other PC components, be sure to visit our shop, which is located in Old Mutual Building along Kimathi Street, room 405 on the 4th floor of the building. Additionally, you can go through our website, which is esgaming.co.ke.